young, welcome to the show. It's Taylor the Faded, where we break down the bets. No need to debate it. From the spreads to the odds, we got the insight. Tune in, lock in, we keep it real tight. Whether you're a rookie or a seasoned vet, we got the picks that'll help you win the bet. From the court to the field, we analyze the game. Taylor the Faded, remember the name.
That's just that intro, man. Like, we really got to give Rob his props on that, John, man. Like, that was clean and done very quickly. Appreciate my guy Rob Riley for putting the intro together. Yeah. You already know what it is. It's us. We back. Taylor the Faded. Another swing at trying to, make everybody financially comfortable with their, you know what I mean, with some pocket money. That's the goal here. That's what we doing.
And like, us too. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not giving you shit that we ain't playing ourselves, if that gives you any solace.
Yeah, that's why I screenshot the pics, and that is because I don't ever want y'all to think I'm just telling y'all some crazy shit and not doing the crazy shit with y'all. Right, crazy shit as a unit.
We probably gonna tell you some crazy shit, but get it together.
Yeah, man, we here. All right, so I want to start by naming something. Number one, I didn't do a lot of good promos, so the live viewers are going to tick in as we go, and I'm going to replay this immediately after we get off. So that's the first part. Second part, last week we weren't on, and I put up a clip on goddamn live. I mean, on my Instagram, in my story. And I put a bunch of pics up, man, and I think I hit like 4 out of 5 of them. So if you saw the stories last week, it was like, all right, I hear what you're saying, Kev, and I'm gonna do that. You came up because it was a good week. It was a good week last week, so I want to name that, and I hope that everybody did that because I definitely wasn't mad at it. But that's just revisionist history. That shit's over with. I just like to brag because I actually got something right this time.
You earned Thank you.
But
just saying before we came on the air, like, between takes we cook, man. Like, I got a UFC hit yesterday. I don't know if you watched any of that UFC card, man.
I did watch some of it. I did.
Fucking Kazmat Shamiev, whatever his name is. He put Robert Whitaker. He was trying to get him in a guillotine, but he actually caught his mouth and like dislocated his jaw, fucked his teeth. You are a different type of strong. If this is all it takes for you to just, it's like
take a nigga face off.
His face, but his wrench was his forearm. Like, either way, I picked him up, man. Golf hits, like, we're
yeah, man. Yeah. So the way with the level of success we've been having offline with it, we both kind of found a niche, if you will, within the flow of this. Ty's doing well with negativity. Like unders are like it's an odd thing to say when you say it that way, but Ty's doing well.
When you got a Twitter handle of Cynical Ty, expect to work. And I didn't even send you like my lowered expectation quarterback one, which I'll just recite when we get into the picks.
Right. And what I've been doing well with, and what I've been just kind of riding throughout this whole thing is anytime touchdown bets. This is the best season I've ever had with anytime touchdown bets. And I am not talking parlays. I am talking straights for the most part. Now, I've hit some parlays because what I will do is I will 2 and 3 pack my picks. You know what I mean? And in such a fashion that they end up being parlays that may hit in 2 or 3. But the frustration that I had last season was that I would have parlays and I would hit 3 out of 5, 2 out of 3, 3 out of 4. But I would never take any of those bets straight, realizing that had I just took all of those straight as well with the parlays, I would be plus money for the day and some. And I have adjusted that strategy this year.
And it's not your fault. There are rare occasions, I'm sure, but almost every new gambler, we just trying to hit home runs. And we wasn't even necessarily new last year. It's just that you hit a few parlays and it's like, well, I'm the parlay guy. I can hit them all the time. But like in a perfect scenario, if you have $10 to bet, you should spend $7, $8 on straights, $2, $3 on the parlay.
Exactly.
The best angle, because I'll do a lot where I'll put 7 on straights and then I'll 350 my parlay.
Exactly. But there are times, and this is I'll segue this into my first pick. There are times when the way the books are put together and the way the odds are put together for you, where it just doesn't help you to take straight bets because the odds are just bad. And I have a very chalky anytime touchdown play that I am playing. You said what?
I did damn near the same thing, except I took Jameer instead of Montgomery, and I added Saquon.
Right. So now I'll give you my logic for using these four in this particular case. Henry kind of speaks for itself. So does Joe Mixon. Like they pretty much have scored in every game they have played. David Montgomery up until last week scored in like 8 games straight. So I feel like that streak will probably get to popping again. Tampa Bay is hurting right now, at least offensively. I feel like this is going to be a game where Robinson gets a lot of touches because it's just going to be. I feel like this is going to be an Atlanta kind of game, and he's really come into his stride. Scored touchdowns in 3 of his last 4. But individually, I did not take any of these straight. As you can see, minus 145, minus 210. The 115 I considered. 250, no. I can't take those straight. Saquon is like 125, I think, minus 125. I took Saquon straight. That's why I didn't put him in this parlay. Who was the other person you said? You said you took Jahmyr Gibbs, right?
Yeah, and also now that I'm looking, I took I didn't take Derrick Henry just because of those odds. I took Breece Hall instead.
Breece, I took straight as well. Mm-hmm. I have Breece straight. I have Saquon straight. I have stayed off of Jahmyr Gibbs. Oh, and not because I don't think he'll score. Just his odds are terrible, and they're usually plus. With the way Montgomery scores, it's usually you can get Gibbs at a much better number. I hate that number.
When I got him, and I did these last night. Mm-hmm. He was minus 138 when I took him.
Yeah, for me, that's right around hovering the number where it's just not quite worth it for me. Only because I'm not betting $40 and $50 a straight. If I was going that high, it's worth it. Yeah. Most of my straights.
Give us a couple of weeks. Our unit size will increase. Pause.
For sure. Heavy pause. Wow, that was crazy.
But I mean, it's better to talk about the increase than a decrease.
For sure. All right, so that's my first one. Like I said, counter to my strategy up to this point, I am not taking any of those in that particular parlay that I gave you straight. I'm putting them in a 4-pack and just hoping it works out well. I might even round robin it.
Yeah, no, we should, even if you don't, recommend that you round robin it.
I think it's worth that.
What we're going to do next week.
550, yeah, round robin that.
When I'll do a ticket, I'll make sure I round robin it, and I will send that over so that we can show people an example of what we're talking about, just so you get a visual. Did you have a chance to add my tickets to where you're posting them joints or no? Okay.
Here's your first one. Here's one right here for you, brother.
Yeah, so you could either include Joe Mixon anytime touchdown. We just talked about how often he does it. He's been scoring at least the last 3 weeks. He's had over 100 yards the last 3 weeks. I was surprised that 70 yards was what it was. I forget what the line was, but it was better than what I was thinking, especially considering they played the Colts earlier and he got over 100 yards. So, like, it seems like
the matchup looks great. Yeah.
That, not to mention the Colts are 31st in rushing defense. So you got that going for you. CJ Stroud, he's very good. He typically gets you over 275 a week. So 225 seems doable. And Anthony,
the sweet spot, yeah.
At least 50, like he's gotten, I think, 56 yards the last 2 times he's played. So keeping it at 40 feels good. Like, even if you remove the Joe Mixon touchdown, it would still be about +3 and some change. So you bet 10, you get back 30 plus your 10 back. So even if you take away the touchdown, it's still good money. But the touchdown I mean, he's been getting them at a high clip, and there's no reason. What I just told you, they asked next to last in the whole league in rush defense. So if they can't stop bad rushing offenses, then they damn sure ain't gonna stop a good one.
I took Joe I took Joe 2 touchdowns straight.
And that's a great bet too. I like that.
So I like that one a lot. And the thing I like about the Anthony Richardson 40 yards is that Houston's D line is with the shit. So he's gonna have to get out of there when he drops back on some of those. So yeah,
right.
I think
and young quarterbacks think run first and get the hell out of Dodge.
Read one, run away. Yes. First read, get the hell out of Dodge. All right. So I sent Ty this one. Is this it right here? No, that's not it.
What's crazy is that, like, before we went online, and before we connected, I saw that. I was like, damn, I don't know if my screen was on and you saw my reaction.
Yeah. Yeah. No. All right. So this right here, I sent this to Ty, and I called this right here my Once Upon a Time in 2018 pick, because like, you look at this ticket and you see it and you see the names, and if it's like circa 19, like this ticket doesn't have these odds. I promise you, it does. It's no way I can get this over 1,000 in that year. Where you talking about KC Tariq, like I don't even know where D-Hop was at. Was somewhere
in Houston catching passes over 3 or 5 people a clip.
Yeah, like going crazy. Devontae just running zig routes at the 1 yard line with dumb precision with Aaron Rodgers and 2 degrees.
You wouldn't have had these 3 wideouts on any fantasy team in the world unless it was like a 4-team league back in 20. Sure. You are winning.
Indeed. So my thinking on this pick, and this is very simple, my Tyreek Hill gets his quarterback back. Yep. If Tua's playing, Hill's good for it. And at plus 105, yes, I played it straight because
hell yeah.
Because why wouldn't you? Devontae played well in the first half last week and just fell apart in the second half. Also, this matchup against the Patriots screams for a big Devontae Adams bounce back day.
I remember you telling me how Devontae pissed you off. So there was a 30% live on that game. In the first drive, I picked him to get 1 catch, and I put $25 on him getting 1 catch in the first drive. He did that same zig route that we were talking about. He killed in 2018, and that shit just bounced off his hands. I don't know what I turned to, but I turned for a long time after that shit happened.
I can tell you that I had him on a ticket where he needed 1 more catch to cash my ticket, and he dropped that pass. So same amount of anger you felt, I felt in addition. So I promise you. But I also know this about Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is one of them dudes where when things don't go his way, he's going to prove a point. And it was not the result that was necessarily desired from him and Devontae. I feel like this might be a day where they try and come out and cook. So I put him on there. And I also took it straight as well. DeAndre Hopkins traded to a new team. That's just the theme of this year. When you get traded to a new team or you come back from a long layoff, they try and get you in the end zone. Devontae kind of threw it all, but we cashed Amari Cooper last week, new team, touchdown, and it happened. And we cashed him at plus 220, if I'm not mistaken, last week, which was an insane number. Like, I couldn't believe that was the number they was giving up for Amari. It went down closer to the game, but it definitely was at as high as 220.
And just for backup context, the Arizona Cardinals are currently ranked 26th in pass defense. The LA Raiders they're currently 8th, and who's the other one? The Patriots are 24th.
24th. I knew the Patriots were bad. Yes,
think in pass defense. I mean, like the one that I like the most is DeAndre, and the Raiders statistically have the best pass defense. But
it's because it's Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
because it's Patrick Mahomes.
It's almost like you can tell he's talking to him like, "Yeah, we'll get you one this week." What the hell?
Yeah, welcome to the team. Got DeAndre involved. Kermit D. Frog here reporting. Like, yeah, my man is going really. I feel good about that one. And as always, I'm taking that straight. But this is the 3-pack of receivers that we have here. And my man Ty, I'll let you talk us through your next one, good brother.
Yeah,
This is what I'm thinking about. Ty thriving negativity.
You bang the gong, you know what I'm saying? You got on the purple suit and hat, and you just walking slow to the ring, man. That's how it goes. In a hypothetical, if Bryce Young had Adam Thielen and his other top receiver, this would change nothing. He would still be my under because I don't expect him to do anything. Like, they could have had this number 20 yards lower, and I'd have still took the under. Xavier Legette, I believe, maybe had 5 yards last week. I don't know, but whatever he had, you know, why would he increase that number with Bryce Young throwing on the ball? Not to mention, not for nothing, but the Broncos are 5th in the whole league in pass defense. So, you know, they're going to win. I assume that they're going to beat them by at least a touchdown, but just to be on the safe side and have the number reach +4, I threw a -2.5 spread. But, yeah, you know, if you expect anything from the Panthers, then avoid this. But if you think they're going to continue to stink, he hasn't played in 2-3 weeks, and now he's coming back. Like, he's still the same guy. He was happy as hell to be on the sideline and not have to have the responsibility of
he wasn't injured either. Let's be super clear, everybody. He wasn't injured. I said he wasn't injured.
No.
Very clear that he just was playing so bad that he lost his job to Andy fucking Dalton. Yeah. Like, now he's like, that's not a, I don't know. I can't be mad at this. I tailed it. Because I don't believe in Bryce Young. And that's not, you know, I don't believe in Bryce Young. So I have one more because this is my favorite play of the week. Jalen Hurts in a 2-pack. I took them both straight as well, but I put them in the 2-pack just because, number one, I've cashed this exact 2-pack twice this year already. And I think I like the odds. +406 together, both over 100. You already know what happens with Jalen. Like, he's a touchdown vulture. If it's inside the 5, if it's inside the 5, it's a chance. It's just a chance. James Cook has been insanely good. Like, every game he's played, he's looked very, very good. He's missed some time with injuries, but I like Cook in for any time. This is just a ticket I like because it's been good to me all year. That's really all I can give you with that. This isn't research or numbers. This is just good history. And like I said, and good odds too, honestly, because sometimes Jalen comes in at -105, -120 for a touchdown. To get Jalen at +125 is a great number on any week. So,
so this is unrelated but related.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like day 3 should just be one of these touchdowns we're talking about instead of just trying to come up with 2 -250, something like that. Like Jalen or DeAndre, to be honest with you. Now, DeAndre is crazy because that number's
that's a little higher than the number we necessarily need. But if we hit,
listen.
We'll talk to it.
You know, we don't have all day because one of them Jones start at 1. Like, you know, I'm happy with Jalen. Let me put that out there. If that's the final answer, that's the final answer. But we do one, and we do one TD this week, and we make that. Just rock out.
So, for context, we have been on and off with this challenge thing that we talked to y'all about last show.
We've been steadily on. We just lose.
We've been on the challenge and unsuccessful in too many pockets. We have reached day 3 in our current iteration, and this is what we are discussing currently. Once we complete this one, so you hear it, positive energy. Once we complete this one, we'll tap y'all in with it. But for those who like a moonshot, I got one for y'all. For those who like a bang, boom, boom, see what it's hitting for type genre. Here we go. Yeah. Tariq Hill has stunk the last couple of weeks. He's got his quarterback back, though. And I tend to like his confidence and his attitude and his energy with Tua back, assuming they don't hit my guy on the ground and make him throw gang signs for the third time in his career, because that's always a possibility with this dude. And that's not me wishing. I hope that never happens to him again. Particularly because if he's up throwing that pill, we got a chance on this one. I got Tyreek Hill for 2 touchdowns and Devontae Adams for 2 touchdowns. I put him in a 2-pack plus 8,700 for $1 bet on this bet will bring you back $87. A $10 bet, should you dare, would bring you back $870.
Yeah.
Do with that what you will.
Yeah. I mean, so like just 50 cents, you know what I'm saying, is going to get you 43.50. You know, like just
bet on something you actually feel more confident with.
Like, hey, that's 2 quarters dancing a long ass way. So.
I will be fully transparent. I put a full $3.50 on this. I'll put a chef on this one. $3.50.
Because like the odds are good individually, but together, man, and you know they're gonna be looking for them. And like with the Dolphins, like that could just be 2 slants. Like you don't have to throw.
It's not a volume situation with
him to get touchdowns. He just needs to catch the ball accurately and in stride, which he does at a high clip when Tua is throwing him the pill.
Yeah. So that's my last play. That one was just for fun. You do not have to tell. You don't have to tell any of that shit.
Right.
But
the only other one that I would mention, because I love the odds, Jalen Hurts touchdown was 10-1. It's usually like 4 or 5-ish, and we talked about it. Not first team, just first overall.
First touchdown.
Yeah,
Hurts first touchdown.
Risk involved there.
Yeah. Man. Man, listen. All right. So for a review, okay. So and in that same vein, there's something that I wanted to throw out there. This is quick straight, but I'm gonna just throw up something for review real quick. This is my way back in 2018 ticket. For those of you who were fans of fantasy football or are, you remember cooking with these dudes. I'm gonna try and take it back to those days. I put all 3 of them on a ticket. Also took all 3 of these straight. Please remember to do that if you're tailing it the way I'm placing the bet. I am playing all of these straight as well as in these parlays.
Again, remember like the $10 principle I mentioned, like you could do $3 on each of these individually and then put $1 on the parlay, you know. Well, my overriding principle is I need to be putting more on the straights than I put on the parlay. So do with that information.
Yeah, no, that is a great call. Real quick, for those of you who like money line, good value at money line. I like the Falcons at -126. They're in Tampa, but I just don't know that Tampa can score enough points without those receivers to win that game. Especially with I don't know. At -126, I like those odds.
I'm not mad at you. It's too unknown, and Baker's been playing very well. He could just make these other dudes. It's like the anti-Panther, where I don't expect Bryce Young to do anything. I can't say that Baker Mayfield won't. Just because,
No, fair enough. Absolutely fair enough. Another one, and this is I get it. Trust me, I get it. I'm not telling you to go money line necessarily, because money line is +270. I'm referring to the Saints Chargers game. This is a 4:00 game. The Saints are +270. I just don't think the Chargers are that good yet. I haven't seen it. I've watched 2 Chargers games and they are okay. I know the Saints are riddled with injuries. The defense is healthy. The offense is trash, but they are a 7-point underdog at -110. If you play around in that alternate line somewhere, I'm not saying they definitely win, but I don't see the Chargers smoking them. So, this is just, again, this is not official. This is just something I saw that I wanted to mention. Like, you could go as high as a 10.5 point. You could go +10.5 and get it at -188.
And these are good because these are conversations that we're having live where I'm playing devil's advocate because you should hear, other positions.
Right.
Spencer Rattler's terrible.
He is.
Chargers are 7th in overall defense.
Right. The Chargers defense is where it's at. I hate their offense, and that is what I'm basing this on.
Yeah, but like this might not be a horrible game to go for a Charger anytime defensive TD. You know what I'm saying? Like,
absolutely.
He's going to give them, like, I made money on Spencer Rattler. Well, the Saints giving me a defensive touchdown from another team last week.
Yeah.
Opportunities. You know what I mean? Once we're off here, I'm going to look at what his odds are to throw an interception and Denver to score a touchdown. And I'm going to take one or both. I guarantee that.
So a Chargers anytime touchdown is definitely in our future. Second pick. Montgomery, Mixon, Robinson, Henry, anytime touchdowns. Not taking these straight. Odds are trash straight, but as a unit, that is the 4-pack. My guy, Ty, cook this nice little plus 535 up. Joe Mixon is 70 yards, CJ Stroud 225. Joe Mixon anytime. Anthony Richardson 40 yards rushing. On this ticket, if for some reason, and I was looking at this, if you're feeling a little squeamish, let's just say, about Anthony Richardson, if you don't like 40 yards rushing for Anthony Richardson, Taylor's back in this game, just so you know. Mm-hmm. The numbers, he's minus 162 for 60 yards, minus 265 for 50 yards. That'll bring the odds down a little, but I know some people are squeamish about quarterback rushing yards sometimes, particularly when a good running back is available. Just if that's if you're into that. But if not, I'm going to play this as Ty presented it. But I just wanted to put that out there because I know how some bettors are with those things. In Ty's week of negativity, and we got the Bryce Young special. Bryce Young stinks under 161.5. Xavier Leggett has Bryce Young throwing to him, so by proxy, under 33.5. Jalen Coker, I don't even know who you are. Same thing. Yeah. Under Broncos 2.5. That's very self-explanatory. The Panthers are ass water, and that's what that is. This is just a comfort pack pick. It's been working for me this year, and I want to try and work it again. Jalen Hurts and James Cook in a 2-pack, each one straight as well. That Jalen Hurts number might go down, so get on that as quick as possible because it might not even be 125 anymore, if I'm being honest with you. So check that and make sure. But if you plan on playing this, don't wait too long because I anticipate that those numbers may or may not go down as the game gets a little closer. And last but not least, moonshot for the moon. My guy Cheetah, Tyreek Hill, 2 touchdowns. Devontae Adams, 2 touchdowns. Play them straight. Put them in a pack. Do whatever you want. Don't even tell that shit if you don't want to. I don't care. But that's what I'm doing. Yeah, and you know what I mean? So we'll be back next week. We'll have an additional set of picks next week. We're going to have a new segment called Regular Nigga Picks. My man Rob Riley, who created our theme song. And Rob don't watch sports, y'all. Rob don't care about sports. So we're going to make Rob make some picks and see if he can be successful without any context. And, the numbers say he probably going to cook us.
I'm about to say, he's looking phenomenal next week. Like,
the numbers say he going to cook us.
I'm not saying bet the rent on it, but whatever he says, just, blind.
Whatever he say, I'm telling it. Yeah. Whatever you say, I'm telling it on FOMO alone. Just on no other principle other than this motherfucker hit these bets and I ain't bet on it. So damn. Because I was there. What the fuck you mean you ain't tell it? Why? You was there, my nigga. So yeah. Anyway, man, I'm gonna run this right back. So, I'm a promo it. I'm gonna run it back at 11. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get on, let niggas know it's playing. Promo it and run it back at 11 so everybody can see the picks. Tell them to get their pens and paper ready. I'll be posting throughout the day, especially if we start cooking. You best believe. See, positive language. My bad. when we start cooking, I'll be back to talk crazy to y'all niggas. And we'll be back here next Sunday. Taylor the Faded. Me and my guy Ty. You already know. I'm gonna let the theme song take us out. Peace and major blessings.
Yo, welcome to the show. It's Taylor the Faded, where we break down the bets. No need to debate it. From the spreads to the odds, we got the insight.